Welcome back to the Years of Making podcast with with your hosts
Lizzie.
and Noah. If you're wondering why we're laughing, we have a professional yapper behind the camera.
That would be my sister.
That would be my cousin Ella Ann. She will be on a future podcast. But today we have a special guest who you may or may not recognize. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Eva Grace.
Her name is Eva Grace, and she is my first cousin on my dad's side.
Yeah.
So, today is episode 15, which is crazy because most podcasts don't make it past like 10 episodes. So, we beat the odds, and now we're here. And now we have our fifth special guest. Does it feel like an honor?
Yeah, it does.
It does.
I was very excited when Lizzie asked me to do this with y'all.
We are so excited you're here. Okay, so we practiced this just now, but we're going to play the icebreaker game of
We're going to see how this goes.
Name the Same Thing game. So every single word rhymed. All right, me and Eva Grace are going to play first. Now, how this works is we both think of a word, and then we say that word, and then we try to end up with the same word. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You got this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you got your word?
Yep.
3, 2, 1,
Cat.
sheep. Sheep and cat.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, animal.
Farm.
Animal farm. Wasn't that it?
Yeah. No.
Animal farm.
It can't be the same word again, right?
No.
Oh no. Hold on.
I got it. Animal farm.
Animal farm? I'm trying to think. There is nothing else that you can say.
Animal, something that has to do with an animal and a farm.
Animal and a farm. Do you have a word?
I do, yeah. Are you gonna
I'm
think it?
blanking.
Okay.
Okay, let's restart.
This is
Yeah,
hard.
this is
Okay.
hard.
Okay, just restart.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right, we'll do another word, okay?
Okay.
3, 2, 1,
Flower.
Disney. Disney flower.
Okay.
Flower. Okay.
Okay.
No,
3, 2, 1, Snow
Rapunzel.
White.
I was gonna say Epcot. We're gonna say that.
Okay, we got it. Okay.
Snow
okay.
White, Rapunzel.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah, Snow White and Rapunzel.
3, 2, 1, Princess.
Let's
Boom!
go!
Let's go.
Yay! Okay.
Okay.
We
Lizzie,
got that cousin telepathy.
not in the first round, but the second
Okay.
round.
Okay, Lizzie.
Let me think. Okay. Hold on, let me think. Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Food.
Thanksgiving.
Okay.
LOL.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I got this.
1, 2, 3.
Turkey.
Turkey.
Let's go!
2 tries. That's crazy.
Oh, that was so good.
Okay.
That was
I'm
incredible.
proud of us.
We
guys.
Okay.
said it.
I don't think we can
I think I'm more
successfully
related.
get a third round.
I think I'm more related to Lizzie than I am.
Yeah, you are. It's okay. Well, technically, you're more related to me because we're
Okay,
blood
that's not-
blood cousins.
Yes.
But
Okay. Sorry, guys. Never
Whatever.
mind.
okay, so we're gonna talk about how we all met. So, Eva Grace, how did we meet, my friend?
Straight out of the womb.
Yeah, pretty sure you were in the hospital room when I was born.
I
Like
believe
after I
so.
was born.
So, I am 22 and you're 16, correct?
Yeah.
So I was probably 6 when you were born.
Yeah.
That's obviously the math, but I was 6 when Eva Grace was born. So we were kind of like born into like being like family members. I didn't have a sister growing up, so Eva Grace was probably the closest thing I had to a sister, like my little sister. Obviously, Ella Ann, she came along, farther down the line. But yeah, Eva Grace was like my sister growing up, kind of, because I only had Andrew, so that's that. So she met me when she was a baby. I met her when I was 6 years old, and the rest is history. We've been cousins for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
Lizzie, how did
like undo a cousin?
I mean you could called divorce, but
But we're blood related.
yeah,
it's not a divorce.
yeah. Okay, Lizzie, how did you meet Eva
have
Grace?
no
I don't
Yes.
even remember.
Probably Libby and Terry's.
Mama Papa's. Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's always
I
just
have-
been a memory that you're always there.
I have
Sundays.
literally no idea. It's been
Yeah, it
years.
was probably a Sunday afternoon.
Because she would have been. I would have met Eva Grace when she was 8.
Well, you probably didn't come to Mama and Papa's until you were like a
Maybe-
year or two.
So probably 10. She was probably 10.
Yeah.
Was that? Yeah.
Because you're probably what, like 14, 15?
Probably 14.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, like I don't have.
do you have
an
any
initial thought.
Yeah, you don't have.
Mm-mm.
You don't remember.
No, it's just been so long.
It's always been, for me, it's always been a, I've never remembered it without it.
Let me just shed a tear.
That is just so heartful.
Okay.
That is wonderful. But Lizzie met Eva Grace because of our relationship, obviously, and I think it probably happened at my grandparents' house. For those that you don't know, for those of you who don't know, every Sunday afternoon, my grandparents on my dad's side cook a wonderful country dinner for us, and so much nostalgia, so good. Every food is impeccably amazing. And shout out to Libby and Terry. We appreciate you always. But yeah, I met her out of the womb, and she met Lizzie later down the line. And I think the farther we went along, like I think we became closer as we got older, and then y'all two became close because of yours truly. So
We
Yours
wouldn't be
truly.
here without you, Noah.
Thank you. Well, I mean, you would
Okay,
both
okay.
be here, but you wouldn't be here. You know. So, Eva Grace, you do sing. You sing, right?
All the time.
You sing. Where did you get your love of singing?
Probably my grandparents on both sides. My
Uh-huh.
mom's family, her dad and his family was very musically gifted. They would play instruments and sing at their church and stuff. My mom and her siblings, some of them always sang and others didn't. And then Pawpaw is the song leader at their church, or was until like what, 3 years ago? Yeah. And my mama plays piano, and that's where I got my love for piano. And my cousins on my dad's side are musically gifted. So yeah,
And she
it's
sang at
just
her
been in
wedding.
the family. Yeah,
Yep. That was the next point. You sung at our wedding.
I did.
And she did amazing.
I was shaking the whole time.
Eva Grace, how did that go? Like, how do you think that went?
I think it went pretty good. Andrew, every time that I would see him after that for a long time, would always start singing "And His Children, and His Children" the whole time. That's all he would sing when
I
he would
remember
see
that.
me.
It was a very like there was a
So
certain part of the
long.
song where it was so like it was a beautiful song.
Yes.
It's just
But
so long.
That
Yeah.
no, I had to send her like
Yeah.
half of the song. I'm like, we
Yeah.
cannot play this 10-minute song.
Yeah, me
Yes.
and my vocal coach at the point, or at the time, we cut it down from like 8 minutes
That's
to like
right.
Yeah.
3
It
or
was-
4
yes.
minutes. Like
Yeah,
it was
crazy.
such a long song.
And the song is "The Blessing" by Carrie Joe
Something.
I think it's
And-
multiple people though.
and
It
Cody
is.
Carnes and all
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
So have you sung in front of that many people before?
Yeah, I sing
Okay.
at my church.
Right.
That's
So, but like on a scale of 1 to 10, like how nervous were you?
Definitely like a 9.
Okay.
I was like
I could not
freaking
tell
out.
though, because like I don't
Yeah.
think like her voice like when some people sing their voice like quivers. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like it, I don't know, it just goes like in and out when they're singing. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, when I got done, like my whole body was like shaking. Like I
Oh,
was
I'm sure.
shivering. It was not good.
But did it go smoothly with the with Elizabeth from our church playing? Did she play it like pretty good?
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
y'all did y'all practice?
We
a
practiced
rehearsal.
we practiced 2 times before we actually played it.
Okay.
So, yeah, we messed up on like one part, but it was the bridge, and that's why it felt like it went on forever.
Yeah.
Sang "And His Children," but we figured it out, so it was okay. Nobody could tell
I love
except
it.
Andrew.
Except Andrew.
Except Andrew.
Oh, and why are you making so much noise? We warned her that professional yapper over here was going to be. She can't take silence. You'll see that when she's on the podcast next year.
It's
She
very entertaining.
Just yes, go to the bathroom. You're fine. If you see her, that's Ella Ann. She's going to the bathroom. So you started to love singing from grandparents on both sides, is what you said, and then a lot of your family members around also do that. We'll get into the piano later. But the main really topic that I thought about when having you come on was, you being in public school. So if you want to start off with your like entire school history, if you can
It's a
remember,
lot. I can.
you don't have to go into detail about every school you went to, but just kind of say like what grades you were in, and I guess the name of the first part of the school.
Yeah. So I went to Rivermill kindergarten through second grade, BCA third through fifth grade. I was homeschooled sixth grade, and then I went to Grace Christian seventh and eighth grade, and then I've been at Southern the rest of my high school time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Me and her are probably.
I've been to a lot of schools.
That's a lot.
We've probably been in the same amount of schools. Me and Eva Grace have, because that's crazy.
And she's not done.
Nope. I've still got 1.5 years left.
Love it. So you're a junior at Southern
That's
now.
so crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. And then have you done any ACC stuff started yet?
Yeah,
So
I
you
started
do-
before the school year started.
Okay. So do you do part-time at Southern now?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
at Southern for 2 classes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's half ACC and half Southern,
Mhm.
so that she can play golf, which we'll talk about later.
Yes.
Well.
You
So
love golf.
I do love golf. Lizzie loves finding golf balls.
I just read along on the car and find golf balls.
That's the best part. Because
fun.
then when he loses them, you're like, here, I got you another one.
You got me 10 more.
Right.
Ella Ann, everything okay, Sugar Bear? Perfect. Okay, so as a public school junior, I'm sure you see a lot of interesting things at public
Yes.
school.
Yes.
Personally, do you like being at public school?
It is the best school that I've been to so far. Personally,
Really?
It's my favorite school.
Okay. Even with everything that's makes it different than like a Christian school and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's just like, because going to the private schools, it's like you stay with the same people all day long.
Yeah.
And at Southern, it's like you get to switch classes and be with all kinds of different friends and make new friends all the time, and it's really nice having the diversity.
Yeah. Do you at Southern? Obviously, it's like I know it's a diverse like student body, but do you have like fellow Christians around you that support you, or is it? I'm sure there's a lot more like unbelievers in the public school system, but do you have a good like support system as well?
Yeah, I do. So every Thursday we meet and have FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and so I found a lot of people through there that I talked to throughout the day at school and having some of my classes. And some of my friends there that I met led me to my church that I go to now. And so I have a lot of people that go to church with me there that also go to school with me. So I have a bunch of different people.
And if you have any questions, just butt in. I just like to host in the
I'm
middle.
just vibing
You
over
just
here.
you just
I'm
vibe.
just vibing.
Would you say it's difficult being a Christian in public school, or is it something that like everybody kind of accepts and like is okay with? Does that make sense?
It can be difficult sometimes. Like
Okay.
I've been called a goody two shoes a lot, and
Uh-huh.
like names like that, and like I've actually had people tell me that I'm too nice, and because I don't tell people no, and that's something I'm trying to work on. But yeah, so it's just it depends on the situation that I'm in, and like yeah. But normally it's not too terrible, but you always have those people who try to bring you down.
Yeah. But I mean, it's God's put you in this place for a reason. You're a light in darkness. And me and Lizzie have talked about, if eventually when we have kids, we'll discuss, whether we put them in Christian school or public school. But it's a good testimony to have for you, because a lot of people that, would say they're a Christian would go into public school and just, try to fit right in with the crowd.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I think you're doing a really good thing of not trying to fit in, but being who you are and who, God made you to be. And that's a good
yeah.
testimony to have.
And it's really hard sometimes because, like, how people say, like, people come in your life for seasons.
Yep.
Mhm.
And it's like, I've made some close friends before, and then, like, they've went down different paths than I have, and so then it makes it difficult
Mhm.
because it's like I don't agree, not necessarily agree, but like I'm not judgmental to them, but like they take it like I'm not gonna be okay with how they are, and
Yeah.
like that I'm not gonna like be okay with like what they do.
Yeah.
Because of like how I am.
Yeah.
But it's like, and I've had conversations. Those conversations are so hard.
Right.
But like we've had them, and I'm like, I don't not love you because of this stuff.
Right.
It's like I don't care, but like it doesn't mean that I'm gonna change who I am because you change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they just go down different paths.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that definitely seems like it would be very difficult. But I mean that's what you have to do, to stand up for your faith. And if you, what are you doing, Elan? You take a picture. I've never been this distracted because I've never had somebody behind the screen. But I mean it takes a lot of like humility, like being humble, and like that's a very good testimony to have, like I mentioned. But we're very proud of you. And you could have taken the wrong path, and thankfully you have your grounds, like you've been grounded and grounded, you've been
Yeah.
raised,
Yeah.
you've been grounded, you've been
Yeah.
raised correctly. So it's really good to it's really encouraging for somebody like you. To me it's encouraging that you are the way you are in public, and I'm very proud of you, my little
Not gonna make
cousin.
her
Thanks,
cry.
bub.
You'll make me cry. Okay, so getting away from the stuff that's going to make me tear up, we're going to talk about golf now.
Yes, my
So-
favorite.
I love golf. I'm terrible at it, but I love it.
It's okay.
You know I'm terrible because I play with you.
It's fun to watch.
You and Ella-Ann had the laughing stock of your life.
That was so fun. We had
Um,
so many balls that day.
Oh gosh. So, did your dad get you into golfing?
Yes, actually. So I don't know if you know, but Paul used to be big in golf.
Really?
Paul was he was a scratch golfer. He was very good. He used to play without shoes.
What?
Yeah, I'll tell you about that later.
The dogs be barking?
Yes.
I didn't know Terry or Bradley
Yeah.
played. That's funny.
So my Paul played golf for the longest time until he married my mama, and then my dad has played golf for a while. He did, and then when I was born, he kind of stopped because it was extra money spent, and so like staying home with mom and stuff. But my dad used to play five days a week. He
Wow.
played a lot.
What?
That's
And
crazy.
he was really like his handicap. I'm pretty sure he told me it was like a 3 or a 4.
Wow.
It was really good. And so I started playing golf when I was 7. I got my first golf lessons. I still remember the day I went, and I've just grown a love for it ever since. And I took a break for 3 years because I kind of got burnt out on it. And then I started back up freshman year, and I played for my school's team. And we actually went to states, and I placed 12th in the state out of 90-some girls.
That's awesome.
And my team placed 3rd. It was
That's great.
very
you.
fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's very fun.
You're very talented. What was your score at number 12? What was your score? Was it 18 holes?
Yeah, it was 2 days of 18 holes.
So it's
So-
36?
Yeah, it was 36 holes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I shot a 83 the first day and an 84 the second day.
And do you know who
Yeah.
like
who
what
came in-
first place, like what did they get, you
Oh
know?
my goodness. I was just looking at this. It was like she shot a 71 the first day and then like I want to say like a 77 the second day,
Okay.
and she won the whole thing.
Yeah, so you weren't too far off from her, but for 90 girls, I mean that's awesome.
Crazy.
And then you also have next year, senior year,
Yeah.
so
That's
I'm
awesome.
excited.
that's gonna be sick. Okay, let me pull this back up because Lizzie's phone keeps turning off. So, I'm sure you get frustrated with golf, but how often do you get frustrated? Like every bad shot, or is it just like
my golf is a mental sport, and
Mm.
it is so bad if your mental space isn't clear when you play golf. It's so bad. But I would say I get upset at myself quite a bit, but it's just because I know the potential and like I know what I'm capable of, and it's
Right.
like when I don't exceed that, it makes me upset at myself.
Yeah.
But like it's not me being mad; it's like disappointment, I guess you
Yeah,
could say. It's just
right.
like wow, Eva Grace, like you know not to do that.
Yeah.
Like it's just like small things.
Yeah, but I mean,
Right.
you're young. You got time to improve, so
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. Have you ever gotten a hole in one or close to a hole in one?
I have actually. Yeah. I was
No
like
way.
this close on a par 3. Yeah.
Dude.
Have you played at the challenge?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Okay.
I
Never
think
mind.
it's pricey, but I'll probably eventually play there. Have you gotten like birdies and eagles before?
I have. Yes, I actually had 2 birdies at States on my back.
Nice.
9. Yeah. And I've had an eagle before at the challenge on a par 5.
Okay, what's an eagle?
So an eagle would be 2 under instead of a birdie's 1 under. So that
Okay.
means if you get a par 5, you would make it in your third shot.
Understood.
Yeah.
So I usually get like double and triple bogeys, so that's like 3 or 4 underneath that.
It's okay. Practice makes perfect.
Oh, Aunt, she cannot. She's like me. She can't be still. Look at little baby.
She has ADHD like her cousin Noah.
Mm-hmm. Well, we are impressed with your golf stuff. I mean, I try to keep up with it.
The reels.
The reels on the
I
My
Facebook.
mom
love
is
it.
my biggest fan.
I
Love
love
you,
it.
Mom.
Shout out to Karen.
Shout out.
Shout out to Karen. We appreciate it. So that was golf. Now we're going to talk about piano, which you kind of touched on as well. I know I probably helped you a little bit have your interest in piano. For those who didn't know,
Really?
I used to play piano.
I have a video of me and him sitting at Mom and Papa's old piano. Like,
Yep.
it wasn't electric, and like we were playing a song together.
I know.
Remember
I
that.
mean, I used to go to your lessons, but I didn't know that you
Miss
sparked
Stowe.
her interest in it because you can't.
Him and Elena.
Can you play now?
Absolutely not. I was. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But, like,
It's bad.
It's piano something. It's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
It's like once you like haven't done it for a while, it takes a minute to get back. Like
But you can
remembering to
get
read
it.
the notes. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like it's muscle memory. It comes
Yeah.
back.
So, was who else like besides me was like an influence in you starting to want to play?
Mama.
Mama. Okay.
Yeah, because I
I didn't
remember
know she could play piano.
you what?
I didn't know she could play piano.
Oh.
She's good.
Really?
Because I remember
She's
like
good.
Saturdays, I would go over to their house and like because she plays piano for their church, and so I remember like Saturdays going to her house Saturday afternoon, and like she'd go practice for church on Sunday, and I remember just like sitting on the couch listening, and like it was so pretty, and I just always loved it.
Yep. I remember we would always go to the back bedroom. I would be playing some very easy song, and then I would teach you how to play it.
There's a video that I have. I'll have to show you later, but it's of me playing a song, and Pop Curtis was in there,
Uh-huh.
and I got off the bench, and I said, Noah taught me.
Stop!
I was like 7
That
or
is
8.
so cute.
Noah. I love No and Noah. Oh my goodness. This is great. Eve Grace, I'm glad you're on here. This is great. Okay. So I know you're only 16, but how many places have you worked and where have you worked?
Three places. So my family used to own Sunset Slush, a store, and so I would work there when I was younger. I was like 10, 11, yeah, I think, and I would work like in the storefront. I'd check people out, scoop their slush, and all this stuff, and then I worked for my dad. He owns a flower shop, and so I go in and I work in the warehouse and open boxes and all the stuff. And I also work at a little restaurant out in the boonies, but it's the best restaurant ever.
There's some good
So
grilled
good.
chicken. That grilled
It's
chicken
so
is
good.
so good.
Like I don't know how he marinates it.
Me
Like, I don't know
neither.
what he put. It's
Me
so
neither.
good.
Bussin'.
It's so good. And the ranch, oh my goodness,
Dude, that's
it's
homemade
so
ranch.
good.
That's homemade ranch.
They like when I work, like I watch them pour it, like, and it's like it's so good,
Stop.
so good.
Now, being around the flower business, do you still have an appreciation for flowers?
Yeah. At my school, ag is like a really big thing, and so like
Mhm.
that. This is how like I started working for my dad because some of my friends were in like the floral stuff for FFA, like competitions and like nursery and stuff where they'd like identify stuff, and they worked for dad and like open boxes and stuff. And so then that sparked like my thing, and dad was like, "You could go work with them." It's like I started working with them on Saturday mornings, opening boxes, and like I got involved in ag and like all this stuff. So it kind of like all trickled down and added up to one another for me working there.
Awesome.
Very sick. All right. So you worked 3 jobs. That is absolutely awesome. I've also worked 3 jobs. Technically 4, but
Oh, does a 1 day count?
yeah, no, I don't think it does. I've also worked 3 jobs, so I'm very consistent permanently at a place. So, all right, LN, you have to put together some thought for our greatest cousin memory.
Oh, I know this, hands down.
All right, Ella, what do you have? Huh? Yeah, you can come over here. This is Ella Ann Robinson. Okay.
Probably flipping the nail.
Okay.
Oh, when we built our house.
Yes!
We were
Flipping
watching
that
that video
nail.
the other day. We were watching that video the other day.
She wait, I flipped the nail.
Yeah.
Or,
Flipping the nail.
did you ever flip, like, did you
Did
land
you ever
it?
make it?
Oh, and then for me and you, I was just watching a video. It was me and you. We would stack our coloring books together and just flip markers.
I remember like Christmas, y'all did it. Like stacked all Momo's Expo markers together and like flipped and like the glue sticks.
And charades.
Oh, I used to do that all the time. Eva Grace, what is your favorite memory?
Definitely when we took that family trip to the mountains. We
Yes.
played Bean Boozle, and we would all go spit them out on the deck. And Uncle Tim came in, and he's like, "What are y'all doing?"
It's so funny. You're so funny.
But like, and we videoed the whole thing, and like when we would get a bad one, like our whole face would just like drop, and we'd like run out to the deck and like spit it out.
Well, Noah we were watching the video of him eating it, and he like ate baby wipes and was like, "This is good." I was like, "It's baby."
Yeah, Ella Ann loved that
We're
thing.
so weird. So
When it
weird.
comes to the rest of our memories, Eva Grace and Ella Ann also enjoyed. It's hard to explain. My grandma had this keyboard, and you could like press a button.
Yes.
Those are frozen, but there's candy on top of the fridge. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
Tell her.
I shouldn't tell you.
You just eating
I'm
frozen
just
cookie
kidding,
dough.
guys.
They're frozen.
So she used to have this keyboard, and you could press a button, and it would play like some background music, and then I would act like I was like a radio show host. or,
Yes,
like, a
we
game
had
show.
radios.
What?
Yes. Welcome to McDonald's. I would like a large curly fries.
I was an absolute goober.
It
It
so
was fun though.
We would die laughing. It was the best thing ever.
What? Oh, I had glow down. Apparently, so. But yeah, I think a fun memory was the keyboard. I would press a button and then a background song would play, and I would start acting like I was a show co-host
There you go.
or something like that. And I always try my best to make the girls laugh because obviously I was a goober, so I could make them laugh in an instant. But I would just say the most random things, and if I were to try to redo it, I couldn't.
Yeah.
We also the back bedroom just has so many memories, or it's not a bedroom, but
The den.
the den. Yeah, that's what you would call it. We play charades in there. Me and Ella Ann cook. Not cook, but like we cook.
Like
What are
you
you
eat it
doing?
up. Like
We ate, yeah, like for real.
I have a vivid memory of like me, you, and Luke like laying down on the floor like wrestling.
Yes, we used to wrestle all the time.
I vividly remember that.
Okay, so there was the piano, there was the charades, there was our trip. I think that covers our greatest memories.
And going and playing family out on the old swing set at Purple Momos.
Yes.
Yes.
Family.
I don't know if this is a good memory, but I remember you used to tutor her for math, right?
Mr. Burger!
Yes, I forgot about that. Thank you.
Because that was when like we first started dating, and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
Lizzie, because he had an iPad at the time, so like he didn't have, because it was only like Wi-Fi. He was like, okay, Lizzie, like I'll be back in a few hours. I'm gonna go tutor Eva Grace for math.
Yes, so
Trigonometry.
the funny thing was, so her parents and my parents are like next door neighbors. Well, obviously you still live there, but yeah, I moved in with Lizzie. But next door neighbors. So I don't know how it came up, but Eva Grace told me that like she needed a math tutor. And I don't know how I was qualified for that.
Because you're a genius.
I think I was still in high school at the time.
You were.
But she would just come over to the house like after school, I think, and I would just sit there and tutor her for like an hour and 15
Be
hours, 30
honest,
minutes.
was he a good tutor?
Yeah, he was. Because this was when I was homeschooled.
Okay.
Because I was doing
Mm.
Liberty Online, and I had Mr. Burger. And I remember coming to your house, and like I had a whole notebook. And like I remember like when I would have a test, I would like text you if I got a good grade on it, or like if I
The
I
teacher's
remember.
name, isn't it Edward Berger?
Yes.
Isn't it LA? Isn't
And
it
he
your
had
teacher
a big
now?
old afro.
It was
Yeah, it's like an 80s. It's like a mullet now.
yes.
Throwing a mullet.
It was like this like
With
50-year-old
glasses.
white guy with
And
like
we'd always
glasses.
say, "Where's Mr. Chicken Nuggets and French fries?"
Where's Miss Chicken and his wife? That one.
These are so.
that
funny.
was a great memory.
That was a good one, Lizzie.
We'll probably think of more after
I'm
this
sure.
is over. But we've just had a great time. A lot of our memories have been made at the grandparents' house, and just it's good to have family that's close to you, and that believes the same belief system and stuff. So we've had a lot of great memories. And as we get older, we'll start to play golf together more, and
Oh yeah,
have
I'll give you more lessons at the
Oh,
range.
I need lessons. Believe me. So that was the greatest cousin memory. So, Eva Grace, you are 16. You're in the 11th grade. Have you thought about what's to come? What your future endeavors and plans may consist of?
So for like my biggest goal is to go to college for golf, of course. And I'm playing in like a lot of tournaments to try and get myself out there because that's what colleges look at and
Right.
stuff. And so depending on how that goes, I'll figure out really what I want to do. Like I want to be a physical therapist, and like there's some schools that have good golf teams that also have good physical therapy, but we're just trying to figure out what school I can get into and like all the credentials and everything that has to go with it.
Very cool. So, would you if you were able to go to college for golf, would you be interested in professional golf, or would it be play golf and then later on be a physical therapist?
And just kind of do it as a hobby.
It depends. Like it depends on how everything goes, what college I go to, because
Okay.
depending on what college I go, it's just everything adds up to one another
Mhm.
depending on how everything works out, what the goal will be.
Right.
But I would love to go pro. I have this note in my room. I used to write in my diary, in my little journal when I first started taking lessons, and I remember writing, today I have a golf lesson with Coach Andre. One day I'm gonna be one of those PGA Tour girls. Yeah, I have one. It was from
That is so
2018,
cute.
2016,
funny.
2018. Yeah,
One day, Eva Grace could be a professional golfer.
make
That's
little me
crazy.
proud.
We need to get a signature now.
We need to get her to sign one of those pictures. No, we need to print the picture of her singing at our wedding and then get her to sign it.
Ooh,
Be
I
like,
like that idea.
I was
make
her
money
cousin
off
before
that.
she got famous.
Before she got famous, I was there.
So your plans right now are to try to get a golf scholarship and go to college to play golf, but also you are interested in a physical therapy. Very cool. It's nice to sit down and because I don't think we ever sit down and talk about meaningful stuff. So it's good. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say.
Everything's always about food. Because
Everything's
we're always at Momo's.
Yes, it's either charades or what's going on during that week or whatever.
Or you know what? Goofing off.
And Andrew sleeping.
Andrew sleeping on the couch next to Charity. But yeah, I mean, I covered all our points. Eva Grace, do you have any questions for us? How do you feel being on the podcast?
Are you nervous?
Yeah, a little bit.
Not as nervous as you were singing on the wedding.
Oh no, not at all. No.
I think compared to that.
Well, you don't
Yeah.
have a huge audience. behind
Yeah,
you.
I just
You have
look at the camera.
200 random people staring at you.
Have you watched any episodes yet?
Yes, I have.
Do you enjoy us?
I do. It's very funny because you're very real. You have no filter.
Yes, I'm real. You heard it here first. I am real.
You're
I'm not a fake human being. I'm real.
No,
Okay.
you're a robot.
We are years in the making. And you know what? This has been years in the making because cousin was born when I was 6 and years in the making of this happening. You know?
This is the timeline of Noah, Eva, Grace, and Lizzie's family knowing.
Great wordage. I couldn't have thought about that. Family knowing. That is amazing. But Lizzie, do you have I know I was talking this whole time and I apologize.
No, it's okay.
Do you have any
You're the host.
further
I love it.
questions for Eva Grace Robinson?
I don't think so. I think we covered everything.
Eva Grace, do you have any? What are you doing?
I'm trying to level the cat without getting the camera.
trying.
I am flabbergasted right
I
now.
really wish that y'all could all
She's
see
on me
her right
crawling.
now.
She's
do.
just on me crawling on the floor. She's
Oh
trying
my
to play with the
gosh.
cat.
Eva Grace, do you have any further questions for us?
No, I don't.
Ella Ann, is there anything you want to say?
I'm his favorite.
Okay.
I don't have favorites. Okay, well, that was episode 15. We made it to episode 15, our 5th official guest, Eva Grace Robinson, on the Years in the Making podcast. This has been
Lizzie.
Eva Grace.
and Noah, and we are signing out. Have a fantastic day.